Simlies, it's Deligracy here, and this is a little bit different because my face is on the screen, and you guys are probably like, what? Why is she there? But basically, I've been getting some feedback from you guys, and some of you have been asking for face cam on Sims videos. Now, I'm not really used to doing face cam on Sims videos at all, and I guess I am not really used to seeing face cam on other YouTubers' videos that play Sims in the simming community, but then a lot of like vloggers and just random variety gamers will put face cam on Sims videos. So I was like, well, if you guys are asking for it, why not? If you want to see my face, you can look at it. It's nothing special, but it can be here. And yeah, we'll give it a go. Let me know what you think down below if you want to see more face cam, and if it's not really your thing, just say, nah, I'm good without the face cam. I don't need to look at your ugly face. Don't say that though, that's like really mean. But yeah. Anyways, today we are building a beach house, and this beach house was just a little bit of fun. I wanted it to be contemporary but also have a very beachy feel about it. Like I wanted it to have a lot of blue colors. I wanted it to have a lot of woods and raw timber, and I just wanted it to also have a jetty because jetties are awesome, and who wouldn't love to have a jetty in their house? If anyone watching this has a jetty off of your house, you are one of the luckiest people in this world we live in, because that is a dream so many people would have. That's actually one of my boyfriend's dreams. He dreams of living in a house with a jetty one day, so that's pretty cool. But I've been using the fountain tool just now because the fountain tool creates a nice shallow water. I felt like I didn't want the full pool depth to just give an idea that it's a beachy home. I wanted it to look like some of the ocean was just shallow, which I know it doesn't really make sense in this world of Winterberg because technically this house is on top of a cliff. But I just thought for just to have a bit of fun with the build, I would do that. And you never know, the ocean might run into a lake that runs into a creek that runs into a pond that's like around the house or something. I don't know. All in good fun though. And this house was actually also based off a picture of a house I saw that I really liked. And that house that I saw was on stilts, but the stilts were really, really short. They were like maybe half a meter high. And in The Sims, we only have stilts that are full column height. So it was kind of a bummer. Although I've clearly used my foundation tool here, it's just not the same. So fingers crossed that we at some point get some kind of control floor elevation sheet, because that would be nice so we could do stuff like that. But I guess we'll just wait and see. At the moment, the wood is brown, but we are going to change it to a blue color. I think what we change it to looks a lot nicer. At the moment, it's just a bit like, a little bit normal, boring, nothing exciting. So we're going to change that in a second. And the inside, when we get started on the interior, I really enjoyed it because it's so beachy and just at the same time it feels really cozy, or it looks like it would feel really cozy. So I liked that. And also on the top section next to the angled roof where there is no roof, that is where we're actually going to have a sitting area and a barbecue. So you can like sit up there and have your cocktails and enjoy looking over the ocean. And yeah, it'd be pretty sweet. It'd be pretty sweet if you lived here in real life. These wooden panel decor objects, they're kind of like wooden paneled screens. They come in two kinds. You have the kind with the circular cutout and the kind that's like straight across panels. And those, I believe they came from the Sims 4 Dine Out game pack that came out recently, and they're really handy. Although I've used them whilst making builds, I've never ended up keeping them in the build. But for this build, we keep them there, and I like how they look. We kind of make fencing out of them, and we also put them in front of windows because circular windows often kind of lead us to think about boats and that Nautic vibe. So I thought that if I couldn't have circular windows in the size I wanted, in like a really big modern circular window, if I placed these over the existing windows, it would look Kind of cool, kind of like what I was going for. Still have that little bit of a boat feel about it. So that's why I've added them in there. And I was going to put this fence gate there, and then I was like, nah, we'll just leave it open. We'll just risk it. We'll just go against all health and safety obligations and just make it so you can walk off the pier if you want to. Very unsafe in the real world, but hey, it's Sims. We can do whatever we like, so whatever. And yeah, I don't know. I think it's looking all right. In terms of landscaping, oh, that electric blue was very bright. Very bright indeed. I think we turned that down a bit for sure. I hope so. And, you know, when I watch these builds back, I actually always think about how I would do them differently. So, for instance, right now I'm thinking, I wish I did that in orange. Orange would have looked kind of nice, whatever. And now I'm trying the brown and grey, and that looked quite nice. But I think it was the combination of the grey and the blue palettes that got me to kind of fuse them both into a muted blue beechwood for the exterior. And then that ends up looking quite decent. I also get a little bit confused with the roof textures sometimes because these, I mean, it's kind of difficult for me to articulate what I mean, but roof textures confuse me because I never actually pay attention to what roofs are made out of in the real world. So in The Sims, I'm like, I don't know which roof to pick. Like, I don't know what kind of roofing material a really modern house has. The only one I know is probably corrugated iron because that's so visible and shiny. Otherwise, I've got no idea. And this roofing that we've used here just reminded me of sand. Like, that's legit the reason why I used it, because it reminded me of sand. I'm like, we're at the beach, so sandy roof. So that's kind of odd, but I don't really know what it's made of. It looks like it's made from patio, I don't know, patio material or something. Does anyone else struggle with roofing? Because I would love to know if you struggle too, because I don't know. And then I love that decor item, the pool, what would you call that? The pool net that you use to just scoop out leaves and stuff. That, of course, gives it a more nautical vibe because of the floaty emergency float thing that's on it. So yeah. Doing the interior, I've actually separated the where the staircase is from the living area, because at the top of it, I didn't want a full height wall on the roof. I thought that would look kind of bad if there was a room on top of the roof. So I decided to just make it so the stairs go straight down and then you go out a door into the living area. Just so we didn't have to ruin the aesthetic of the roof. And then up here, we're just working on the barbecue area. I love these outdoor tables and chairs that came with, what was it? The outdoor patio stuff pack or something. And they're just really handy. I love those. And we're going to put a whole heap of green bushes and pot plants around the place. The ones in the barrels I particularly like. Again, it has that nautical boat vibe about them. And I also like how they're all mismatched, and it just adds to that feeling that maybe whoever lives here has just been collecting different things over the time they've been in this area. So I kind of like that. And I also used the new bird feeder that came with the, oh gosh, I'm actually losing track of all the stuff packs because there's been so many now. The summer patio stuff pack, I don't know, but the one that came out recently that had all the bird feeders and all that good stuff, that's what I was using there. And I also used the toy boat from the kids section and just sized it up using the right open bracket key, just pressing that a few times to make it really, really big. And it kind of makes it look like there's actually a boat here. So I thought that was kind of fun and nice in the screenshots at least. And now we're also just connecting the decking to the other decking, just so you can walk across to the other side if you wanted to. I can't remember, but I may have made the left-hand side of that bridged decking area into a pool. Yeah, I did. So you can actually take a dip in the pool there, and the rest is the fountain tool, so I can't swim in that, obviously. But there is a little pool area. Lots of palm trees, of course, because we are at the beach and there's nothing that makes a place feel more summery than palm trees, in my opinion. And lots of rocks as well to kind of make that water look a little bit more natural, even though it's a very aqua color that kind of looks like chlorine. At the same time, I think in The Sims you can make magical and unrealistic things seem real, just by the actual vibrancy of the whole game. So I think that in my mind, that would be real water. It wouldn't be a pool or fountain. That's why I'm putting rocks around it to kind of make it look more natural. And lots of ferns too. The ferns from the outdoor retreat game pack. They work really nicely with some of the base game plant items to give it that tropical feel. And we're also going to put a couple of planters around there too, in case your sim wants to do a bit of gardening. And, we're also going to make use of some yoga mats as well, because they just look like beach towels. And if you were living here with that amazing view off the cliff, looking over the ocean, you would want to get into yoga, right? Surely, because you just feel zen all the time. So that's kind of nice as well. I've actually got a little bit of a sore throat today, so I'm not sure if you guys can hear it in this commentary, but my throat's really sore. I had 2 nights of birthdays this weekend, and I think I went a little bit too hard because I'm starting to feel sick now, and now I regret it. Oh well, you live and you learn, don't you? This here is just a little bathroom area, so we're just putting a shower in. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with the tiles, and although this house is modern, I didn't want it to look really perfect. Like, I didn't want to be clinically perfect with modern, new. I wanted it to look like someone had built this house, and maybe they had, instead of buying brand new tiles, they'd gone and they would have found used tiles and just reused them to save some money. Like, the person who lives here might not, although they live on real estate that's probably worth millions of dollars, let's be honest, they don't have lots of money to spend on building the house. In a way, it's got that beach shack vibe with a little bit of contemporary luxury, I suppose, with the big windows, big tinted windows, and the decking and whatnot. So in the bathroom, we have kind of a funny yellow and blue tile pattern. The kitchen, I'm curious to see how well that fridge works. That block of wall might need to be deleted for your Sims to use it, but I thought I'd leave it there. I forgot to player test it, actually. My bad. But I'm not convinced it's going to work fully. It'd be nice if it did, but for some reason I think it won't. It looks cool though. I like how it looks. And I did end up putting the orange wall in the living area, so that's pretty cool. I have 1 bedroom in this house. I've got the double bed with that Starry Night painting print on it. And of course the blue goes perfectly with the blue. And these beds sometimes confuse people because they're like, if it's pushed up against the wall, only one Sim can use it. That's really annoying, but it's actually not the case in The Sims 4. The Sims 4 is the first game of the Sims series where your Sims can actually just move across the other side of the bed if another Sim wants to hop in. So that's pretty handy. And I was going to put a wardrobe in here, but I just didn't feel like it felt the vibe of the house. So I put this other one in that looks a bit rustic and a nice bright orange plant pot there. And I think those look quite pretty together. There's also candles here that are kind of melting over the jars they're in, or the vases or candle holders they're in. They look like they've been put in old bottles, actually. And I thought that was really, really pretty. And it gave a bit of an artsy feel. So that's why I'm now putting in an art easel and a guitar and making this more of a creative's home. So if you have a creative Sim who likes to paint and play guitar, I think it would suit them perfectly. So we're lowering paintings onto the floor. You can hold down the Alt key to do that. You can also hold down the 0 key and 9 key to put wall items up and down the walls. Objects as well. And I just think it looks kind of cool with all the paintings sitting down, leaning against the wall, and it just looks like they've just been painted in place there, and they don't actually have a home on the wall yet or a hook on the wall yet because they've just been finished, or alternatively, they're going to go to another home. So that's why I leave those around. The kitchen doesn't actually have a dining area. We just have a bench with bench seats, and then there is the dining area upstairs near the barbecue on the balcony area. So I thought that worked out okay. And this is going to be the little lounge area. We're going to be creating an L-shaped couch using the Move Objects On cheat. So you just go Control-Shift-C to bring up the cheat window, and you go bb.moveobjects.on. No, bb.moveobjects space on. And that means you can actually layer and intersect objects without the game freaking out. So that's fine. The only thing is there is a bit of a visual tear in the image when you do that, when you turn the camera angles. So, you know, if you really want the L-shaped couch, that's what we deal with. But otherwise, you can just separate the couches. No biggie. And I thought this couch was kind of cute because it adds green into the color palette to green, orange, and blue, which is very, 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 very bright and happy, I think. And it also makes it not too perfect as well. So makes it quite homely and lived in. And these pictures were perfect because they have boats in the pictures and beaches in the pictures. So we put that on the wall opposite the kitchen, and it definitely has that boaty, beachy vibe about it. So I liked that a lot. Oh my gosh, I just realized I should have used that wall item, the boat wall decor item. That would have been perfect for a boathouse. Damn it, Deli. Why do you forget these things? Oh well, this happens every single time when I watch a speed build back. Every single time. Always want to change things. And back to the bathroom where we've got those yellow and blue tiles. They look kind of 90s to me, or early 2000s Australia area, that is, and I kind of like that. And I love the fact that the toilet is green because it makes it look old school, and that maybe this used to be a beach shack that's just been renovated and they've kept the original plumbing in there. So that's a bit of fun. Just putting in a random chair as well in case you want to sit down near the front door or dump your bag on it or something like that. And that's pretty much done. Once we get the letterbox in there, we're going to put a workman bench there too because this sim's very creative. Maybe this will be a Renaissance sim aspiration. And I thought these looked really cute hanging on the fence there. Those spade and pick stick or pickaxe or whatever they're called. Those things. If you've seen my Minecraft videos, you'll understand that reference. And oh yeah, and this is such a cute little area where there's just a little yoga mat that you could lie on, an umbrella. It looks so comfortable if you're just lying there looking out onto the ocean. And then right now I'm looking for the lemon cordial item where your Sims can actually make lemon cordial and drink from that. And I just thought that was pretty nice. Anyways, let's go into screenshots. Let's check them out. And this is the final build. I took these screenshots at around sunset, so it's got that nice orange light from the other side, even though we've gone timing. So here it is, and I don't know, it looks warm, it looks cozy. At the same time, it's a little bit modern and contemporary. And I don't know, the main thing is this place looks friendly and a place you could hang out and be really relaxed, I think. And that's what I wanted to achieve. So yeah, let me know what you think of this. I'll make sure it's on the gallery for you guys to download if you'd like. My username is Deligracy on Sims 4 Gallery, so you can check it out. And I usually do the hashtag Deligracy as well. And yeah, do let me know if you moved Sims in or redecorated or renovated. I love it when you guys tweet me that stuff. It's always really, really cool to see and to watch videos of. And I don't know, I'm pretty keen to do more builds this week. I've been on like a building rampage. I don't know, I just love building at the moment. And more smaller builds, interestingly. Small ones, but I'm just loving doing lots of little ones. I don't know, it's just a phase I'm going through. But anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know about the face cam. And I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I will speak to you soon.